everybody, how you doing today? I'm here in Steinbach in the pickup truck, just getting a few things done. I'm gonna head back home and get a few things done there. Hashtag day off. Glad you're here. So I drove my wife into work. When I can, I like doing that. It lets me spend a little bit extra time with her because I'm at work and on the road so much, so every little bit counts. So I'm gonna go back home right now and see what all needs to be done at home. I had a little bit of a roof leak, a problem in our roof. I want to just make sure that everything is fixed and good to go before I leave on another trip. What happened was, well, what we're pretty sure happened was, my cousin's a roofer and I talked to him about it. Our roof goes down and meets our veranda, and it's a bit of a corner there, right? And there's lots of snow on the roof, and it melts on the bottom because the roof is a little bit warmer some days, and turns to ice, and then it freezes on really cold days, and then that ice pushes backwards because it expands when it freezes, right, underneath the shingles. And if the roof wasn't shingled right, when it melts, that ice is now underneath the shingle. It can go through the roof via the nails, where the nails go through, right? So obviously that corner there wasn't done right when the house was re-shingled a few years ago before we bought the house. So the ice got up underneath the shingles, melted, and it started just almost pouring or melting or dripping really quickly into our attic, which would then trickle down towards one of our light sockets, and then it was leaking out through there, like around the light socket, not through the light. So I cut the breaker to the lights right away as soon as I could figure out what was going on, pulled the whole light socket out of there and found where the leak was, climbed up in the attic, and yeah, we had a little bit of a drip up there. So I went on the roof, shoveled everything off, and let the direct sunlight hit the ice so it could melt the ice. So far this seems to have fixed it, but however, I want to climb up there and make sure that everything is hunky-dory. Everything is good up there. So you don't want a roof leaking into your attic. Like, we already got to replace all the insulation up there now. It can become very expensive very quick if you don't handle it right now. So those of you new homeowners or thinking about buying a house, you young couples or young people, remember, when something goes wrong with water in your house, you have to jump on it now and fix it now, or the problem down the road will be a lot worse. So we're just gonna go make sure that everything up there is okay and go on from there. That's the adventure for this weekend anyways. That's what we've been up to. Other than that, just been hanging out. So other than the minor roof leak in our house, I've been looking for an auto body to fix our windshield. Look at this windshield here. I don't know if I've shown you this yet or not, but can you see it? Got a big crack on it all the way up around there as well, so we got to get that replaced. So it's a good thing I have insurance on the truck that covers the windshield, so we get it replaced for free. Just gotta find a place right now on Google. Steinbach Auto Glass. Steinbach Auto Glass. I'll Google a bunch of different businesses here in town. I'll see who's got the best service and who can get us in at the best time. Make an appointment for this truck because we're taking this truck down to the States on our honeymoon in a month. We're gonna be driving all the way down to the south with it. So we wanna make sure that everything is tip-top on it. It's going in for a service and all the warranty work that can be done on it in March. So sometime in March, Brit's gonna take it in and we'll take care of all of that then. So this truck should be all ready to go. Check that off my list. Appointment to get this windshield replaced, all covered for by insurance. Thank you, insurance. You know, I'm not a big fan of this public insurance we have in Manitoba, but at the same time, I'm not an enemy of it either. Has its ups and downs. I wish there was competition. That's the thing I don't like about it. There's one insurance provider in Manitoba, Manitoba Public Insurance. That's the only insurance provider. It is illegal to start a business to compete with it. It's a government-run program, so you know, big socialist program, and it's good. It is somewhat affordable, and they treat us pretty fair, but they have the power to raise their prices to whatever they want, right? Like for my motorcycle, I can't afford to register it because I have to pay my full insurance within the 6 months of riding season, right? So from April to September, I believe it is. October, those 6 months anyways, I have to pay the full year's insurance, which is about $1,700 or something, more than that, over $2,000. I can do it in monthly payments, but then to register my motorcycle with MPI, it's over $350 a month during the riding season and $5 a month, or no, nothing per month, sorry, on the off season. But I can't cancel it at the off season and not pay through the winter. They make you pay for the full year, but you have to pay for it in summer, right? So they get you that way. $350 a month to register my motorcycle. It's a 500cc Honda CBR. It's like a glorified scooter that looks really fancy. Looks fast. It's not that fast. So I can't afford to register it because of Manitoba. But if there was competition and private sectors competing with it, I really believe that they could drive the prices down and, you know, offer different programs. You know, maybe not as much coverage, but cheaper programs so that we could still register the bike and have fun with it. That's one example of why I don't like a monopoly like that, a government monopoly of all things. And what if they just decide to raise their rates one day? What are we gonna do? Say, oh, I'm gonna go to your competition. They'll be like, competition with us is illegal. You have to go through us. So that's my feelings on it personally. I'd love to know what you think down below. It's not the worst system. Instances like this, I get my windshield replaced for free. But if you think about it, I don't really get it replaced for free because I do pay for it in my monthly payments. To insure this truck, under all purpose, because we use it for work and whatnot, it's pretty close to $200 a month just to register this and insure this vehicle. And keep in mind that it's illegal to drive this vehicle on public roads without it being insured and registered. So close to $200 per vehicle. Well, I'd say maybe 100, and depending on certain different variables, anywhere from $160 to $200 a month. So my windshield is not free. I have already paid for it. I'm just taking back some of the money I gave to them. That's my rant on MPI. You might feel differently. If you do and you really like the whole government program, the whole government monopoly system, the whole social system, if you do like it, I'd love to know your opinion down below in the comment section. You know, try and change my mind. I'm not a fan of it. I don't really need this. I'm here at the car wash, my favorite one, Super Splash in Steinbach. This is also the car wash that attacked my truck and damaged my truck, and I got it on the vlog. I wasn't too happy with that. Scratched the front of my truck a little bit, nothing major. But the owners of Super Splash here are so nice that they offered like that to pay for all the repairs on my truck, which turned out to be, I think, like $700. So it adds up quick. Anything does, right? So all the damage was fixed. They were very pleasant about it. I showed them the footage. They apologized profusely. They brought in professionals to look at the equipment and fix whatever the problem was. So that's good. So they aren't my future business. And I've been through here before. I told them I'm not going to stop coming here because your car wash attacked my truck. Like, as long as you fix the problem and you fix my truck, well, now you earn like more of a lifelong customer, right? Because at least I know they take care of their customers here. And this isn't an ad for them or nothing like that. This is just me giving them, I think, fair publicity for what they did. I really appreciated it. And I think it deserves recognition and a big thank you to them. They really treat their customers well here. I like to keep this truck clean because I want to keep this truck for a very long time. I mean, I go back and forth because we leased it, right? When I had my own business, lease it as a business expense. And I'm thinking about going into my own business again. And when I do that, when you lease the truck, you can write off the entire payment instead of just the interest. But anyways, I want to possibly keep this truck now because now that I'm married and we're trying to start a family, once we have kids, we're going to need a more of a family vehicle next, right? So I figure we'll pay this truck off. By the time we pay it off, we'll hopefully have a small kid or two, and we'll need to get a bigger vehicle. We can have kids in here for now. It'll be a little inconvenient getting them in and out of a truck, but we'll want a bigger, like an SUV, especially once they start hitting the age where they want to play hockey and stuff. I'd really love for them to be involved in hockey around here. That was like one of my favorite childhood memories at home, was playing hockey in minor league. I played for the Landmark Blues. Did you know that? We were a really good team too for a couple of seasons, and then we sort of went downhill after a while. It was a lot of fun, one of my best memories, and we're gonna need a bigger vehicle for then. So I would like to get a Suburban at one point, because you need a four-wheel drive out where we live, way out in the bush. Especially if I'm a truck driver and on the road, and my wife's at home and needs to get the kids to school or needs to get them to hockey practice, and we just had, like, you know, half a foot of snowfall. Well, she's gonna need four-wheel drive. A van's not gonna cut it out where we live, even though vans are very convenient, but neither of us are van people. So we've made a commitment to each other. We will never be van people. We will get an SUV, four-wheel drive. Chevy, either a Chevy Tahoe or a Chevy Suburban. Those things are massive. Have you seen them? You go inside there, all of the space in the back, it's just amazing. I'm just waiting for my turn. Those two vehicles are in front of me. This is the coolest car wash. It's the only car wash I've seen anywhere, found with actual people in there who wash your vehicle for you, not just machines. There's a machine in there too, I'll show you it. But you go in there first and they have a person, a human being, who will wash your whole truck with the wand, give you a wand wash with soap and everything. And then once you're done with that, you move on to the next one where it's the machine. The machine will wash the vehicle for you again. And then you go into the next compartment, or the next room, and they have a human being with a chamois who will chamois your whole vehicle for you. And then you just drive out. No spots, no nothing. It's the best car wash. That's why I like to give them good publicity, because yeah, I got my vehicle damaged in here, but they fixed it. They made it right. And this is still the best place to go to get your vehicle washed, in my opinion. Line is moving up here, one second. I just find it so amazing that there's actual human beings. Dang it. My truck doesn't turn sharp enough. One second. Yeah, actual human beings in here. And they do interior cleans too. Where that car right there off to our left is sitting there. Do exterior cleans. They'll actually clean your whole vehicle for you on the inside, and then you go through the car wash and they'll wash it for you on the outside. And then all the way over there off in the back, over there, you also have a self-service where you can go in and wand wash your own vehicle. But this is the excitement for my day today. I love the car wash. I love driving a clean truck. All right, it's my turn. Guess I should close my windows. So yeah, here this guy in front of us washes down our vehicle for us. Then we go through an automatic wash, then we go through the chamois. Super cool the way they really get your vehicle clean. Clean truck equals happy Josh. This looks so much better when it's clean. It's too bad it's not gonna stay clean very long. Look at these roads. I'm gonna try not to follow anyone too closely, otherwise they'll spray all their dirt at me. I'm just going home anyways. Work on the computer a little bit today, and then I've got to leave home around 3:45 to 4 o'clock to go and pick up Brit after work. So hopefully I can get all my work done before she comes home, and I can just enjoy an evening with her. I think she said we need to go do some grocery shopping when I pick her up before we go home for supper, so probably don't have food for supper at home. I don't know, I never know what's in the cupboards in the house. I just open them up and, hey, as long as we got some craft dinner, I'm good to go. I don't eat craft dinner every day, but I actually do really like it. It's one of my favorite simple meals to make. I can get a little more complicated, you know, if I put my mind to it. I can make some good food. So I've got a mission for tomorrow by the sounds of it. I'm going to Valley City, North Dakota again for some more farm equipment that I've got to take out to southwestern Manitoba. So that'll be my whole day tomorrow. I'm going to be at work first thing in the morning. I'll head down there. It's about 4 hours to get down there. Probably another 4 hours to chain down the farm equipment. And then another 4 or so hours up to the customer. So I don't know if I'll even make it all the way there tomorrow, but I'll probably sleep in the truck. That'll be the plan for then. I don't know. You never really quite know with trucking what's going to happen. You know, it could be a big snowstorm tomorrow and I could be stuck down in North Dakota. I hope not, but we'll see what happens. That's the plan anyways. Got to be at work first thing tomorrow. You know, wouldn't it be nice if you just never had to go to work? I mean, I'm lucky. I have a job that isn't really work to me. I don't feel like it's a job because I enjoy doing it. And I think that's a key to success or key to happiness. Finding a job and finding a career that you like to do that doesn't feel like work because you enjoy it. So then it becomes more of a lifestyle, not a job. I love driving truck. Don't get me wrong. I will always love it. Just like my dad too. He says he will always love driving truck. Be nice if I could have like Brit along with me and all the dogs along with me. If we had one of those big custom sleepers and we could all just travel around together. Oh, I'd love that. But you can't have everything. You can't have everything. Fortunate enough to have a job that I really enjoy doing. A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people wake up, you know, Monday morning, go to work and hate their job, hate their life. I can't imagine how hard it must be to remain positive in your life at home too when you have a job that you just don't care for. Oh, I found a big wide open area. I wonder if this is the snow clearing area of town? Huh. Followed the wrong road and I ended up here. Interesting. Oh well. So we'll just have to turn around. Oh, that never gets old. That never gets old. That will always be fun. I will be a 95-year-old grandpa and still doing donuts. All right. That's all I had to do. I feel good now. My day is complete. We're home. Me and the dogs at home today, and the coffee. Me, the dogs, and the coffee. What's going on, guys? So this was your first test, Chevy. We left you loose in the house while I went and brought Brit to work. This was your first test. Did you wreck anything? Tell me now. Is there anything you want to tell me before I go search the house? Tell me now, because if you don't tell me now and I find something wrecked, you know what's going to happen. Nothing, but you're going to lose your privileges. All right, Diesel, did he wreck anything? Did he chew on the table legs? Chew on the furniture? None of the furniture is wrecked. Didn't chew on that. Didn't chew on that. Frankie, you were in charge. Did you control him? Why do you look guilty? Look at your poor ears. You let him lick your ears, didn't you? Oh, you just had a bath too. His ears are all crusty now. For some reason, Chevy loves licking his ears. And it's kind of ironic because when Mitzi was still alive, you obsessed over licking Mitzi's ears, and now karma has come to lick your ears. Chevy, stop doing that. Stop licking his ears. What? But they're so good, man. Ugh. So nothing in here actually looks damaged. Like everything looks really good. I got my drone here because I'm updating it. Just about lost it today, the crazy thing. I didn't even get any footage off of it, but I was gonna get some nice shots because I was in Steinbach and I wanted to pan over the town or whatever and just sort of enter the vlog that way, right? I thought it was gonna be real neat, real cool. Sent it up in the air. Suddenly it's like, oh, can't find the satellites. And so the satellites and the GPS are what holds it in place, right? If it can't connect to the satellites, it has nothing holding it in place and it just gets blown away by the wind, right? So the wind just took it away. Luckily, it hit a tree, and I know what you're thinking. No, not again. It was fine. Remember, this drone is a little bit more resilient than my old one. This drone can hit a tree, and it's very hard to actually break this thing. But I was not impressed, and I did do an inspection of it, and it's all fine. But scared the daylights out of me, so I'm updating it here to make sure that it has all the latest updates. I recalibrated the compass. Hopefully that was just a fluke. Because I don't like the idea of me, like, you know, sending this thing up in the air, getting a nice shot, and then suddenly just takes off. This thing was like $700. Just bye, $700. See you later. Gone with the wind. Wasn't too happy, so working with this a little bit today, making sure that I correct everything. I think it needed to be updated, but hopefully that's all that was required. This is where our problem has come from. You can see the water stains around there. I know it's a bit of a pain. So you can see that before we moved in here, they've had problems like this before too. There's some water damage there. There's some water damage there. I shouldn't really even be showing you this because it's a little embarrassing, but these are, it's an older house, right? We moved in here, we knew it wasn't a new house, so there's some things that need to be adjusted. These water leaks happen from like what I told you before. The ice expands, it pulls up at the, like, see if I can show you this, explain this to you a little bit. Out front here we have this veranda, right? And it goes out there, and it comes up over the roof to about here, right above these lights, right? And then it meets the roof, and the roof is at a bit of a different pitch. And so when the snow is on top of there, the ice underneath the snow sort of melts up to this point here. And then when it gets here, it sort of pools up and builds up and builds up, backs up, and as it freezes, it expands back underneath the shingles. And then as it's pushed back underneath the shingles, it freezes and expands. Lifts the shingle a little bit, right? So that the next time it gets warm and then freezes, it can go further up underneath there again. I think I'm understanding this right. My friend Will correct me if I don't understand this right, but he's the one, he's a roofer, that's what he does for a living, and he explained this all to me. So the way I understood it is pushing up underneath there, freezing, and then we had a really warm day yesterday. It went above freezing, so it started to melt. Now that it's underneath the shingle, water leaks right through the nails that are holding those shingles down underneath the other one. into the attic and down here. Because as soon as I cleared it off and the ice melted away, it stopped. So whoever did this roof, because this roof was just redone about 4 years ago, a couple of years ago. The previous owners that we bought this from just redid the roof, so it was almost brand new shingles. They did this section wrong here, right where the roof meets the veranda roof. They were supposed to put some kind of protection in there, is what my cousin Will was saying. And they obviously didn't do that, so that's something we're gonna have to address in the future. But at least we know the problem now, right? We know the problem. Because now, like today's another warm day. Like, look at the water just pouring off our roof, right? We don't have eaves troughs yet. It's something we need to upgrade. The water's just pouring off of there, and it's not coming down here anymore, which means the problem's fixed. It's all going off the roof. Oh, the joys of home ownership. Comes with owning a house. Like I said, it's not a brand new house. Even a brand new house has problems if it's not built right, or if the shingles and the roofing isn't done right. So it's very important to know what you're doing when you take on a big project in the house. I'm the kind of guy, I like to do a lot of my own projects. I want to do as much as I can in here myself. With that being said, I'm not a professional at much else other than driving. So we'll see how everything turns out. But I do want to make sure I research properly and do it right. Anything to do with the roof, I can call my cousin Will over. He'll show me how to do it, and he'll probably help me do it too. And anything else in here, I pretty much, my dad used to be a carpenter as well. He used to build houses as well. So anything I need to do, like an addition, like in the back here, we want to build that big deck out in the back here. My dad and Brit's dad are both like expert builders. Plus I have a few cousins that do it for a living as well. So I know I have resources and people available to me that can teach me how to do it properly. My only thing is, I don't want them to come here and just do it all themselves. I'd like them to show me how to do it so that I can do it. I don't mind a little help because it's a pretty big project. This deck out here is gonna be massive. You see the edge of that little gazebo there? That's where the edge of the deck is gonna be. It's about 20 feet, maybe 15 feet out or so. I'm just guessing, eyeballing it. And then it's gonna go from the edge of the house here all the way out to about that tree over there in the back. Those two trees there will probably be about the end of the deck, I'm thinking. Yeah, so it's going to be quite a big deck, and then we have to build a veranda on the top here, like a roof over the deck as well, like we have in the front there, so that we can sit under here in the rain and then enjoy our backyard. So this window here, I'm guessing, possibly this one. I would prefer it to be this one, but one of these windows here, like I showed you before, is going to turn into a door. We're going to use it since it's already there and built for it. We're just got to cut it a little lower. We're going to find a door that fits into that frame. Hopefully we don't need to widen it too much. Hopefully we can find one that just fits into it. That would be perfect. And then just slap the door in there, and then that will be our exit onto our backyard deck. Now here obviously we have the wood stove, so that's going to be a problem. But this whole room here, that's my office and our pantry. Like you've seen inside here, right? This is the Josh space. I have my own space. I'm so lucky. I have the power off in here right now because I'm working with that light there, and it's on the same breaker. But this is all that's in here. It's just my little office, right? And I don't really need an office. I can turn one of the bedrooms down here into an office, right? Because we don't need them yet. We don't have kids yet. So that whole room in the corner there is going to go away. We're gonna tear that down and open this all up. And then move this fireplace maybe a little further over. Because the chimney will still be in the same spot, but maybe we'll, you know, like, put the over there further. There's a lot of work we want to do in here. That's just the plans for inside. Never mind the plans for outside. Man, I need to win the lottery. Because if I had $10 million, imagine what I could do with that. But in Canada, to get that kind of money, you have to be a terrorist. So only terrorists get $10,000 or $10 million tax-free. You know who I'm referring to. That was a bad deal, wasn't it? 10.5 million tax-free dollars. Anyways, that aside, you guys all know my position on that. I was quite upset at that. I could make this, maybe this room here, like this is our spare bedroom. Maybe I can make this into an office. And then we can turn this room into the spare bedroom. This is just a storage room right now, obviously. I sort of like the idea of having the office on this side, because then I have the window facing our front yard and I can sort of see who's coming and going. Because I like to, you know, have my eyes on it. But then again, we have security cameras outside, right? And they never blink. So they see more than I do. And they're all set up with, you know, motion detection, night vision, everything. So if anybody does come on the road, I get an alert. And if anyone does come on the yard, I get alerted right away anyway. So maybe I will make this my office, and I'll set up like a TV on the wall there, something with all our security cameras and whatnot displayed on there, so that while I'm sitting here working on my stuff, I can see everything. And then I get a nice view of our backyard instead. I don't know. I'm rambling here. Sorry guys, this is sort of like what I do when I'm at home. It's not much exciting stuff to show you, but I still want to sort of show you what life is like as a truck driver for me when I'm not on the road. Projects at home. Always keeping myself busy. I can't sit still for very long. I hate sitting still. That's why my shirt is so ironic. I'm not lazy. I just really enjoy doing nothing. Ironic because I hate sitting down. I don't like it. I sit enough. You know, I sit for work. I sit for a living. I'm a professional sitter. When I come home, I want to do stuff. I want to get up, walk around. You know? Don't want to sit too long or stomach starts growing. Well, Chevy, I think we're going to end the vlog here, though. No, man, no. That's not how we end the vlog. That is not how I ever end the vlog. Where would you get an idea like that? I'm so sorry, man. So sorry. Just trying to keep it interesting for you. You've just been talking a lot. It's kind of boring. I'm just going to go lay over here in my bed of shame. That was weird. So I'm going to see you tomorrow. I'm going to continue this vlog tomorrow for you. Just so that there's something up on the channel for tomorrow, because we're home today and we're home tomorrow. And then we leave on Tuesday towards Valley City, North Dakota. So it'll be another day at home. I do hope you guys join me though too. There is sometimes interesting stuff that happens at home, and sometimes I just like to sit down and talk with you guys. Maybe we'll have like a serious talk tomorrow about some of the issues coming up in trucking. And ask you guys what your opinions are on this ELD mandate and how you've been handling it and how it's been for you. We should ask Google what she thinks of it. Hey Google.
I can't connect to your Wi-Fi network. You can reconnect to Wi-Fi from your Google Home app under devices, then setup.
That's right, I just updated and redid our Wi-Fi here. I just changed a few things on it, so we gotta log all our devices back in. I gotta remember to tell Brit that when she gets home, she's gotta re-log into our Wi-Fi. Guess we'll ask her what she thinks tomorrow. I'll see you then. Anytime when you click or anytime when you feel like clicking on the video. I can't even talk right now anyways. I've got to go do some work. I'm not feeling very productive right now. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back on the road Tuesday if that's the kind of stuff you like. Don't forget to turn on the little bell so you don't miss the video. I'll see you later.